It's time for lunch.
Angelo, it's 10:30.
Right around that corner, there is a sandwich shop. They sell meatball sandwiches. Best I've ever tasted. Would you go get me two? Come on, partner. Two. Thank you. Utah, get me two.
All right.
J-Bone.
J-Bone up next.
Interesting.
First pick was Travis Kelce, tight end. Obviously the best one available.
Solid pick. Can't go wrong with Kelce.
Nope.
Nope.
A tier of his
He's
own.
timeless.
Yep.
I feel he should have put that on the board saying, fuck you, Jimmy.
Well, 4 of the first people that went off the board in that first round were on my team.
I know. That's why.
That's how I understand how you did it.
That shows my fantasy pick. Yeah, that was a magical team.
What
Yeah.
was in that
I
food?
don't know.
But Job had a trick for helping him forget the shame. Unfortunately, it also helped him forget that he tried to forget the shame.
Hey!
And soon Job found himself experiencing what on the street is referred to
Empty bottles.
as a roofie circle.
I won't forget this.
But there was no way of bringing that team back. I wish that was my dynasty team.
Oh
That would've
my
been
gosh.
nice.
Good thing that wasn't. I
Are
mean,
we
that would have
doing
been
that?
devastating.
Yeah, just quit.
Dynasty's over.
No. All right, let's go with J-Bone.
All right. So yeah, Kelce
The
in the
homer.
first round.
Yeah.
Homer Najee.
Homer in round 2. I think that's a solid pick. there.
Chuck, you know what? I'm gonna let you read off your partners.
Okay.
You do it.
Najee. A lot of people are down on him, but I think he'll solid. Tomlin's going to give him volume. They're not going to give up on him. That's Tomlin's MO.
And that the Steelers are looking better this
Yeah.
year.
And he goes Steelers. Then he goes Pickens, who is just a human highlight reel, who could blow up in like a huge way if Pickett makes that turn.
Phenomenal athlete.
Yeah, amazing.
Fun to watch. I mean, oh my gosh.
Yeah, I can't fault him for taking him there. He loves him, and that's his guy. And then, great pick, Justin Herbert. This guy, I mean, Kellen Moore and him and the weapons he has, I mean, he could have like a Brady-like season. I mean, this dude could put up 50 fucking touchdowns and 5,000 yards. I mean,
Totally
it's
agree.
in the realm of possibilities.
I would love him on all my teams.
Yeah, no one throws a ball like him. Nobody.
Yeah.
No one has the arm like him.
Yeah.
Throws the fucking ball on a fucking line.
Yeah, he staples it to your chest. I
Yeah.
mean, so
Yeah,
impressive
best arm in
to
the
watch.
NFL, I think.
No
Best
doubt.
arm.
Like
No
Brett
doubt.
Favre type arm?
I think
Maybe better.
I think better.
Yeah,
I think better. I mean, just
because
throws
he's
darts.
bigger, I think
And
more
just
powerful.
throws darts. I mean, he
Yeah.
throws a fucking 50-yard pass that goes fucking 10 feet off the ground. I mean, the dude's arm is ludicrous. And he got paid, right? Did they pay him? Or no, not yet. They didn't,
Not
even, have,
yet.
they didn't even have to.
Yeah, he's still
But-
on the rookie deal.
But let's not underestimate the Kellen Moore situation that's going to fucking let him open it up and use that fucking arm. I mean, they're going to be launching this ball down the fucking field.
Yeah, they are going to put up points,
Yeah.
which is why Herbert, I mean, I think he's top 3 at the worst.
Yeah,
You know,
I agree.
He could be
I
number
agree.
1
I mean,
this year.
He can run it, but he doesn't need to. He's not going to get those leg yards, but he's going to have so many fucking passing yards, it'll make up for it. Nice little use movement here. Jordan Addison, love it. All those fucking 100 and whatever passes to fucking Thielen. Thielen gone.
Yeah.
This kid is awesome.
Addison, first rounder, you know,
Yeah.
one of the first rounders
Yeah,
this
and
year.
Jefferson on the other side taking up all kinds of coverage. This kid's going to be out there, open, and fucking found. Jahan Dotson, love him. Like you said earlier, Kev, scared of McLaurin, but not scared of Dotson. I think this kid is good.
Yeah, has looked very good in the preseason, and Howell has looked amazing.
I think so too. I picked him in the keeper because
stock up Dotson.
Yep. Charbonnet, good pick. You don't know what's going to happen with Kenny Walker. They've both been hurt early, but he came back sooner. They don't pick him in the second round to not do anything with him. Pittman, value if Richardson can throw anything.
Well, yeah, and what Pittman was like going in the second round last year, right? I mean, so
The pits.
Yeah, they're just worried about Richardson, but Richardson finds his arm. Pittman's the clear-cut number one. Great athlete, great
The most
receiver.
talented receiver on the roster.
You're liking Pittman a lot more this year than last year.
Well, for the value. The value.
Last year you hated him on your team.
Yeah, because he sucked ass. Well, because he wasn't getting thrown.
But yeah, I mean, this year's ADP for Pittman compared to last year, is amazing because Matty Ice was not quite what people were expecting last year.
He was washed.
Yeah, he was done.
They also had Jeff Saturday
Ryan there.
coaching that team.
Turfus.
Don't worry, I'm changing it right now. My team name.
Turfus.
Turfus.
Done and done. Time marker.
No,
here.
Tofus.
Wait, Turf Tofus, I thought.
Turf
I like
Tofus. No, it's Turf Tofus.
Got that kind of scrambled.
Tofus.
I'm calling you Toe Turfus.
All right.
Nico Collins.
Another
I had him on my
great
list.
upside.
Big upside.
J-Bone's got amazing upside on that receiving core.
I like this Jalen Warren with Najee.
Yeah, got the handcuff, and
this
Warren looks
kid's standalone too.
He is.
Tajay Spears. Anything happens to Henry, his wheels start coming off. This kid looks like him.
So Johnny,
Not as huge, but
Yeah.
show that stiff arm.
you got to talk
Tajay
to
Spears,
Jeremy.
great pick. And Kenny Pickett. I think that's a good backup. He's making a jump. And that's my partner's boy. Like he's picking homers, but he's picking the right ones.
Yeah, next two picks too are
And then TJ Minka, I mean, he's going to be happy watching his Steelers and his fantasy team at the same time. As the Steelers go, his team will go. Brian Burns, Philly D, Simmons. Who's this? Right in? I don't know. I can't even read.
Jonathan Jones.
Oh, Jonathan Jones. Okay. What? Devin White, good player. Tyler Bass, great kicker. Maybe not in the winter, but Russell Wilson. I don't know. Can Peyton do anything with Russell Wilson, or is this guy just washed?
No, it's Logan Wilson.
Yeah, Logan Wilson.
Huh?
Linebacker Logan Wilson.
Oh, I moved over.
You moved over one.
That's
Then he's got Joey Porter Jr.
Love it.
We are Penn State.
Love it. Joey
Yeah.
Porter, one of the best players ever. Hall
Penn
of Fame.
State, Steeler,
Penn
great.
State.
Yeah.
And
Well,
then,
still a great
Butker,
son.
Great
Butker.
kicker. Butker, better kicker than Bass, I think, because he's, KC.
Except he only
KC
gets
three.
extra points.
Yeah, exactly. But I like his team. I mean, for a homer team, he picked all the right guys, I think.
Right, he's got a lot of upside. If those young receivers hit for him, it could be a very good year for him. You
and
know,
Herbert. I think Herbert.
And love Herbert, love Kelsey, of course.
Yeah.
You know, Najee, I like that a lot too. I mean, his team, I think it's going to come down to how those wide receivers play for him. And I mean, ton of talent there.
And I think he's just going to love watching his favorite team. He's a Steelers fanatic.
Yeah,
And he's going to love watching his fantasy team at the same time.
no doubt.
All right. I'm not saying anything during Danny's. I know it says, fuck him.
Are you a
Have a good year at school, buddy.
observer?
Kenneth Walker is neither of our RBs.
Chuck is sitting out in protest for Danny's review.
Yeah, I'm going to go take a shit.
That means you did well last year, Danny.
All right, so we're on to Danny's team. First pick, Tyreek Hill.
Tyreek. That crazy son of a bitch.
Awesome pick. I mean, Tyreek was phenomenal last year. That Miami offense is basically the same.
Yeah.
He's probably the most explosive player in the NFL.
Did he have the most receiving yards last year? He had to have
had
been
to.
close
I
to
mean,
it.
he was
Yeah.
he was solid for
him
me
and
the whole year.
Jefferson, I'm not sure who ended up at the 1 there. But yeah, I mean,
Must have been
pretty
close.
comparable.
Yeah.
Ridiculous. Great pick. Devontae Adams, 2nd round. Also,
And-
great pick.
Yeah, Devontae really slid there, and
Great
we'll
pick.
see how he does with Garoppolo, but Devontae just, I mean, he's been so consistent. And that's an awesome start right there
Yeah.
at wide receiver.
And, yeah, I guess he's losing Derek Carr, but Jimmy G's a good passer. So,
He's solid.
yeah.
You know, not a huge difference between those
No,
two.
I don't think so. I don't
really,
feel like there's
you know.
a drop off. So,
Chuck, you'll be happy that the next pick is Etienne.
Shin, please.
The guy,
Oh, look at Kev! He nailed it.
the guy that Jim couldn't pronounce the whole year.
yeah. So,
Oh, it was Jimmy that couldn't do it.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's hear it,
He
Jimmy.
was on my team.
Let's hear it, Jimmy.
Etienne.
No, let's hear the name.
Etienne, please.
Oh, yeah.
Not buttery smooth, but better.
But better. All
So
right, let's start again.
I have Tank. Danny Boy has Etienne.
Yeah. So, trade bait. But good
Or
pick
let-
in that
or-
spot.
Or let Danny wallow.
Yeah, I love Etienne on that really solid offense in Jacksonville. You know,
Yeah.
he's going to be busy, Etienne. If
He's going to be the workhorse.
Yep.
Hopkins after that. Tennessee offense. They'll get the attention.
He's still D-Hop.
And Traylon Burks out at the beginning of the year. You know, hey, yeah, like Chucky said, still D-Hop, like future Hall of
Play.
Famer.
I'm a little mad at him. He's burned us, but that's okay.
Yeah, I mean, and wow, what a receiving core to start out with. Like,
Yeah.
that's pretty
That's your
filthy.
third.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Fuck you, Dan.
And then 3 running backs in a row. Kamara, Miles Sanders, Herbert. How do we feel about these 3 picks? Kamara's suspended.
Yeah, don't love Kamara there. Suspended and aging a little.
Yeah.
I mean, Sanders, clear cut number 1, should get a ton of work.
Yeah.
You
Good
know,
offensive
in a
line.
shitty offense.
Good
but-
offensive line, though.
Yeah, good point. So
And
Sanders
rookie
might
quarterback.
be a steal
and
there.
rookie quarterback.
Right. Good points. We'll see. And you know, Herbert's the number 1 for now in Chicago.
For
so
now.
I think that's pretty solid there. But those 3 combined, I think pretty solid. After he went with all those receivers early on.
Well, I didn't want to say anything at Danny's thing, but looking further down here, that Kamara pick looks a lot better with Jamal Williams.
Yeah, he got the cough, which was a great move.
Yeah, because the beginning of the year, first 3 games, Jamal Williams is going to beast.
And as I previously said, I think the Saints are going to win that division. I think they're going to surprise some people.
You're right. So there is a pick in between that. So he does handcuff Kamara with Williams. But in between that, there is a Johnny Classic.
Oh, Evan Ingram, man.
Yeah.
That was good
Boy.
value there. Think about it. Think how late he picked there's only really like what? It's same with quarterbacks. There's like a top 4 or 5, right? So you get into on that not way past the 6th round, but it's past the 6th round. He gets Ingram.
Yeah.
He had a
He had a
career
great year.
last year.
Ingram last 6 weeks last year was a top 3 tight
He was a
end.
beast.
I drafted him
He was
last year and I
touchdown
dropped
machine.
him.
He was great.
And that team should only be better. And
Yeah.
drawing coverage. Receivers are going to be drawing coverages all over the place. And
Yeah.
Yeah, could be really good for
He had a
Ingram.
good landing spot.
and after Williams, there's another ex-giant there. OBJ.
OBJ.
And I'll tell you what,
OBJ.
he is getting old. He is getting old. And
Do you think he has anything left there, Jack?
Yes. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I drafted him in a league when he was a rookie coming in, and everybody laughed at me, and he had that rookie season. Guys, this dude is out of
Well, I'm
his
talking
world.
about now, though.
Yeah, he is. You don't lose your talent. You just get your body starts to break down, man.
Yeah.
His talent's still there. If he's as good as I think he is, he finds a way to adjust. They adjust and make themselves relevant. He's not going to be as good as he was when he was a rookie, but
Got Lamar, though.
yeah,
Yeah.
you know.
Here's a wet fart, though.
Yes. Chuck, go ahead.
Ryan Tannehill. I think that's a wet fart of a pick right there.
I didn't know he still played.
For your number 1 QB, I think this is where Danny's going to struggle with QB.
He does look weak at QB.
Yeah, I think Tannehill is going to be, again, I mean, he's got D-Hop. Maybe Treylon gets back. He's got Chig. But I think this team, again, runs through D and running.
The crazy thing about that
But
pick,
Tannehill, I'm like, but you never know.
the crazy thing about that pick and his quarterbacks is the next quarterback he picked was the second to last round is Russell Wilson. And he could have got Russell Wilson up where Tannehill was, and we'd all be like, "Oh, maybe Peyton's going to turn this around, and that's a great pick." You know,
I don't know.
He could have waited out.
Yeah.
Well, no one was gonna take Tannehill.
no,
I don't know, but right there, he still could have got Cousins. He could have got Geno Smith.
Yeah, I thought there was a lot better options.
Yeah, there was better. He could have got Dak.
I liked his draft a lot until that point. I thought that was by far his worst pick.
Yeah.
I totally agree.
After that, it was Thielen, who could be good down there as a security blanket for Bryce Young. He doesn't look bad. I mean, he's getting older, but it doesn't look bad. Then it's a couple defensive picks. Trayvon Edmonds, Adoree Jackson, Niners defense.
First to pick a team D, the Niners. Good one.
Alex Highsmith. I do have to call this out because apparently he named his team after this. I haven't looked, but Jeremy Chin pick here.
I thought he named his team like the good guys or something like, or the nice guys or something like that.
Yeah, I wasn't sure the meaning behind that. I guess it's
I think he's just
Beater.
nice.
I feel like he's
Nice
all
guy.
cloak
No,
and dagger with
Chris-
his names.
no,
he obviously wasn't character drafting with Kamara. on
Crimson
his
Chin.
squad.
Chin. It's like Crimson
So it
Chin.
was after
Yeah,
Jeremy
Crimson
Chin.
Chin.
Okay, thank you,
Okay.
Johnny. Thank you. So it was after Jeremy.
Mine's Turf Tophus, if anyone wants to know.
Yes, everyone wants to.
Oh, I got to change the way I spell.
After that, it was Devin White, kicker Tyler Bass, Russell Wilson with his second to last pick, which we kind of discussed, and then Foreman as a flyer. How do you guys think he did overall?
Overall, I think he did really well. Like I said,
in the QBs.
I thought he did great until Tannehill. I think his team is. I think he's going to be a playoff team. I got to say, I think he's really solid. Love the receiving core. I think he has great depth at running back. I think he's going to have a solid year.
Just gonna the QBs. We'll see what the QBs are.
I think you can get away with having.
Yeah, if you don't have one of those top guys,
QBs.
and Tannehill's definitely gonna have a chance to rebound. I mean,
And I think actually QBs this year are maybe the deepest they've ever been since I've been playing fantasy
True.
football with all these running quarterbacks now.
That's a good point.
So, we'll see. I still don't love either of his QBs.
no, that's what I'm saying.
Despite all the depth
But I
that I
love
was
his
just talking
receivers.
about. But yeah, I mean, phenomenal receivers.
Tyreek Devontae start is sick.
Yeah, that's top notch.
All right, so next we're on to Kev. So,
Let's hear it,
Kev,
Kev.
I'm going to let you run down your picks and we'll respond to you.
Just like Phil.
All
always
right.
solid.
Well, started out with the homer, Tony Pollard.
Love him.
You
Love him. To the
know,
moon.
Zeke is gone. Pollard had a very nice year last year. He slid to me. It was a no-brainer for me to take him at that point. I was psyched. I got him.
His efficiency is off the chart. I think he averaged like 7 yards a carry or something.
Yeah.
His efficiency is the best in the
I
NFL.
actually commented a bunch of times on how Zeke shouldn't have been playing last year, and he should have been just all the
Well,
time.
this is what Cowboys fans have been clamoring for, and just get.
Yeah.
And now Zeke's gone.
You're
Who's
right.
his backup?
Pollard's. Ronald Jones, I believe, is going to
out
be
for the first 2 games.
who's out.
Suspended?
So,
Yes.
suspended for 2. Is going to be busy.
To the moon. To the moon. I think this kid could go to the moon. He has a legitimate chance to be an RB1.
Yeah, I agree.
It's not outside the realm of possibility.
Yeah,
I mean, I think he is already now.
I mean, he was last year.
I mean, in the league. I mean, RB1 in the league. He has that. It's in the realm of possibility.
yeah, and he looks electric out there. Zeke had lost a step, but when Pollard came on, you saw that he had that explosive thing.
What a boring
that
name,
Zeke
though.
used to have early on.
Like I said, efficiency. I think he's at 7 point something per rush. which I think the number 2 guy is like 5 point something. He's so efficient. He touches the ball. I mean,
Oh,
to the moon. This kid
Yeah.
could go to
Explosive.
But
player.
Kev, I have to ask you, is that a boring name for the Cowboys running back, Pollard?
What's wrong with that?
I'm okay with the name. I mean, it's not Tank Bigsby, but I'll grant you that.
All right.
They're used to boring names. Emmett Smith. Smith's the most common name ever. John Smith.
Yeah, but
right?
Emmett's a unique name, you
Yeah,
know.
but
Ezekiel Elliott,
Yeah.
the double E.
Yeah.
So, all right, but
It
still,
makes my pull hard.
we'll see. Tony Dorsett.
Glad you're over there.
All right, so second round, I got Cooper Kupp with what I think ADP
Amazing.
like
Amazing.
number 4
That-
in most.
What the fuck?
Yeah,
is he doing there in
and
the second round?
He
Amazing.
slid all the way down, so that was a gift.
Unbelievable.
Really happy about that. You know, the Rams don't look
I wanted
great
him.
this year, but Cooper Kupp has been taking care of business
the
for
best route
years
runner in
now.
best route
Like,
runner in the league. I mean,
yeah, and him and Stafford, you know, great chemistry.
My only worry with him is hurt or they shut it down.
Right. If they're
If they're like
Running
if they're
10.
1-8 and they're like, what are we playing for? Let's get the quarterback class.
yeah, exactly. So we'll see how that plays out. I think there's a reason he slid down, but still,
Well, I mean,
phenomenal value there. Then I got T. Higgins in the third.
Great number 2.
Love T. Higgins, you know, running opposite Jamar Chase. Great quarterback, very good team. You know, Higgins is a number 1 anywhere else in the league, basically.
Absolutely. Without Jamar Chase, he's the number 1 easy.
No doubt. So I was happy about T. Higgins. Then
Our boy.
I took
Both
Jimmy and Chucky's boy Ramondre, who
He's gonna
you
be
know
beast.
now has Zeke backing him up, but it is clearly
Backing him
Ramondre's backfield
Absolutely.
now. I was very happy to get him there.
Are you sure Zeke's not the fullback in front of him?
He does look a little chunky.
You got him in the 4th.
Zeke is carrying some extra LBs, but a great blocker, and I think he's a
The only
really
thing I'll
good
do is vulture
teammate.
some touchdowns on the goal line, maybe.
Yeah,
But
so,
Ramondre did run one in from the 1 in preseason.
yeah, so we'll see how that
It's his
plays
backfield.
out.
It's his backfield.
But yeah, it's definitely
Well,
his
that's my
backfield.
point is that Zeke's not going to be in the backfield. He's going to be right behind the quarterback.
Maybe he's a fullback.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, hey,
Of course.
bringing back the
Yeah,
fullback.
it's a dying position.
Hey,
It's
Put
a
it in a high
dying
formation
position.
on the goal line and fucking give it to one or the other and put
Like, what was the
let
last relevant
Zeke blow out the
fullback?
hole and then Ramondre jumps over him.
Last relevant fullback. Name him. Like, it's hard to name one. All-Star, maybe? I don't know.
All-Star's a legend.
And well,
Lorenzo O'Neal. Yeah.
the way Belichick's been cutting quarterbacks, maybe we're going to see some Wildcat this year, you know?
Yeah,
We have no one
I'm
left.
all for it with Ramondre. In the 5th round, I
love it.
love
Konami
this
code.
guy. I'm so high on this
Konami
guy this
code.
year. Last year, last 6-7 weeks, he was off the charts.
Yeah.
He's looked great in the preseason. Got Justin Fields. They finally gave him, not finally, but he has DJ Moore, a true number 1 now.
So do you.
He's got Claypool, and my very next pick, I stacked them up. So
Yeah.
Fields, DJ Moore, back to back.
Fields, you're getting 2 fucking positions for 1. I mean, Fields could easily rush for 1,000 yards.
Yeah, I mean, he looked amazing last year. Very happy to get him and DJ Moore. I had to do it.
RB depth.
Yeah, added J.K. Dobbins, who we'll see how he works out, but love that Baltimore offense as we were previously talking about. You know, Dobbins was highly touted out of Ohio State, and I think there's a lot of upside there.
As long as he's healthy, I mean, he looks great.
You know what's funny
He does.
about us talking about the Baltimore Ravens offense is for years we all talked about their defense. Their defense was like unstoppable
Their
for
offense looks sick
years.
this year, I think.
And
Right.
now it's
This year-
swapped.
Yeah,
You
good
know?
point, Johnny. I think it is about their offense this year, which
Yeah.
is crazy.
I think their defense is still
And they
pretty
traded away Roquan last year, which, was like, wow. But yeah, the times are changing in Baltimore.
like your Robinson pick too.
Next round I scooped up Robinson, who I actually prefer over Gibson.
Yeah.
Robinson seems fully recovered from the gunshots, and
He ran great last year after getting shot in the leg twice.
you did
That's all I have to do?
things are bound to be better for him this year. We're already talking about how that Washington offense is looking a lot better, with Howell showing some really good signs there. Then I added some wide receiver depth. Really love Ayuk this year. In San Fran, got Debo there and McCaffrey, so Ayuk kind of slides in under the radar, but he's a very effective
I'm
player.
surprised he's their wide receiver one.
Yeah, I think he has a good chance to lead the team in receiving yards this year.
And if that's the case, late in the draft, that's a good pickup.
Yeah, definitely. Then round 9, I jumped into the tight end position, got Njoku.
Joku.
And we'll see. Njoku, great athlete. It's what we talked about earlier. Will Deshaun Watson show signs of the old days at Houston, or will he be more like last year when he did not look very good at all?
But Njoku should do well either way, because if he's, that's a safety valve, and that dude's a specimen. Him and DK Metcalf, without their shirts on, are like, they're another species.
Right.
They're another
Just
species. That dude has
muscle
like
on
a 15
muscle.
pack.
Yeah. Definitely a specimen. So we'll see how that plays out. Round 10, I picked up Gus Edwards.
Dobbins cuff.
Got the cuff for Dobbins. I was happy about that. Dobbins is fragile, and I thought that was a solid pick.
Yeah.
Then I went Traylon Burks, who showed some signs last year.
You can IR him off the bat, right?
Yeah, I can IR him if he's out, which he may be for 1 or 2 weeks. Competing with catches with D-Hop now, but he looked solid last year. Then I took Chark, also some depth, who looks like he's going to be the number 1 in Carolina. Not a great offense, but
Young,
the number
Young
1
is a precision passer, so he can find him.
So yeah, we'll see. Then I got Cole Kmet,
Is he still on your team?
another Bear. Nope, I just cut this guy today because I didn't have a kicker. So adios, Cole. I'm riding with Njoku for now.
Why'd you have to drop him if you had Hopkins?
I was short on another position.
Okay.
I think I picked up a Team D also.
Okay.
So
Who would you pick up for team?
I don't even remember who I picked up. Then defensively, I went Fred Warner, Devondre Campbell, a couple of solid linebackers.
Hutchinson, I love.
Got Aiden for Detroit. He was a top 5 pick, wasn't he?
Yeah.
So I
The
got
only problem is but now they have another one on the other side, so they can't just double him up. But that dude is nasty.
Let's talk about the real important thing. Hopkins.
Okay,
Another D-Hop.
so I got the other D-Hop as my last pick. This particular pick actually received 3 stickers during the post-draft breakdown. When I picked him, he was in a battle for the kicking position with Dicker the kicker. Anyway, how could the other D-Hop compete with Dicker the kicker? I mean, he lost on name alone.
But he got a job immediately.
Anyway, the Chargers cut him, and D-Hop, the other D-Hop, picked up a job in Cleveland, but I subsequently cut the other D-Hop because didn't love the Cleveland offense that much, and presently have Graham Gano as my kicker.
It was good. Graham Gano was good.
And I think
Is
the
he still
Giants
the
are going to get
Giants
a
guy?
lot of field goals. Yeah, Giants love field goals.
Well, Kev, overall, I got to say A+. Yours was my favorite draft of the day. I think
Thank you,
I
Chucky.
think your team is so fucking solid, so fucking deep, so good. I mean, I love your guys. Love your guys. I love what you did.
Thank you, Chucky. Yeah, I think I have really good depth at running back and wide receiver.
And I love your
I was
starters.
happy that Fields slid to me there because he
Fields,
was
Pollard,
the last one I wanted
and Cup
there.
sliding to you. I mean, it's my favorite draft.
Awesome draft. Very good.
Thank you. We'll see how it all plays out when we get going.
Anything else?
Nope. Teddy Bear.
Teddy Bear. All right. So, Ted, Mahomes, round 1.
Wanted his boy. Got him both days.
Makes sense. Like Johnny said
Big
earlier,
winner last year.
they make so many points, it makes sense. Totally makes sense. There's no dispute. Like, that dude makes 300 plus points fantasy-wise.
Yeah.
Of course.
He won't lose.
Yep. Chubb, second round. Also,
I got a GIF.
Huge.
I got a GIF
Part
on
of the Chubb
Chubb.
Club.
all right, hold on.
I gotta hear it first before I mark it.
Chubb,
This is
Chubb.
GIF 4.
Chubb,
Week 1, GIF 4.
Chubb is the first player with at least 6,000 rushing yards and at least 5 yards per carry in his first 5 seasons since Jim Brown.
Wow.
Jim
Chubb
Brown
Club.
did,
I am a member of
Jim
the
Brown
Chubb
did
Club.
it in 57 to 61.
And no more Kareem Hunt.
That's crazy that it's been that long since.
No more Kareem
Think
Hunt.
about
He might catch passes this year too.
Chubb is a bad man.
Yeah, you
He's
had
a
him
bad
and
man.
Henry last year, you motherfucker.
I love Ted's first 3. Then DK Metcalf,
DK.
also a bad man.
Oh,
That dude is no joke.
should have been a Patriot.
Yep. Then after him, Jahmyr Gibbs.
Love Jahmyr Gibbs. I mean, there weren't bigger celebrations in draft rooms last year than when the Lions scored.
Good pick.
Yeah.
Especially since they got rid of the rest of their backfield. So-
Swift and Jamal.
Yeah.
So now Gibbs and Montgomery.
Yeah. Lazard, kind of questionable.
Yeah, that was a little sketch ball to me. I'd rather had DJ Moore or some of these other.
I know it's Aaron
Dotson or
Rodgers'
London.
boy, but
But I thought that was a little bit sketchy.
yeah, wasn't super in love with the Lazard pick. I know it's Rodgers' boy and he'll get some love, but
I just thought there was better value around.
Yeah.
After that,
I agree.
Waller, I love.
Waller was a great pick. Waller was a great pick. I
That's a
think
great
he'll
pick.
do well in New York. Change of scenery. I think that.
I think he'll be their number 1 receiver.
Yeah. After that, Mike Williams.
I hope he blows. I
We'll
hope he
see.
explodes.
We
Him
shall
and
see.
Keenan Allen, like Quentin Johnson, look fucking amazing.
Mike Williams, just one of the biggest hit or miss guys
bust.
in the league.
Yeah.
It's
Boom bust.
like
Weekly boom bust.
27 or 2 for this guy, and you never know, so you just gotta play him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and you're gonna love it one week, and then you're gonna fucking hate it the next week.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's kind of tough. Then he takes a couple of running backs here. We got
No, then he takes a running back and a kicker.
McKinnon.
Oh no, wait, yes.
Yeah, McKinnon into Tucker. I like the McKinnon pick.
I think there's definitely
But-
negative touchdown regression there.
Well, yeah, I know. I think that a little bit of that was like how good he looked down the stretch last year, you know,
But
where
he's not
he
gonna
was
get that
a
many
huge part
touchdowns
of
this
it.
year. I don't
I,
think so.
I got one
Yeah.
question.
Yeah, go
Why
ahead.
is there not a put draft stick all over
On Tucker,
Tucker in that round? Why
he's
is
the
there
number 1
sticker
kicker. I mean,
there? Who takes a number 1 kicker that early in the draft?
Well,
Ted.
say it.
I didn't
Ted,
say
I
it.
mean,
Who
who
does
set
that?
the record last year. He fucking put 1 foot.
Yeah, greatest kicker of all time,
Yeah,
you know?
I mean,
And I
they
mean, Teddy only had 2 offensive slots after that to fill, so.
Yeah, I mean,
I mean, not
I mean, maybe a little early, but if you're going to take one early, that's the guy. That's the guy. I mean, he's a fucking.
Well, that's
he's
how
a fucking
tight ends
first ballot fucking Hall of Famer.
That's how tight ends
He's the
used to
best
be.
kicker
Is that
that's
where
ever
we're
been.
going?
Yeah. Apologies, Vinatieri.
Yes, we say that with a Vinatieri.
Well, I mean,
Picture on the wall.
yeah, second best kicker it's ever been.
After
What
that,
about
it
no-
was,
This one was a
What
little
about
bit.
Norwood?
These next two were a little bit.
So after
sketchball.
Tucker, we got Zeke Elliott and Jerome Ford, running backs.
Fullback and running back.
I think both these guys. Both these guys are fully dependent on the guy ahead of them getting totally blown apart and hurt.
Well, but Teddy does
But
have
he
a
has
Chubb, so that's a good
so the
one.
cuff is decent.
Yeah, that's good, but
Good point, Kev.
to me,
Good
if
point. But
you...
Zeke, I thought it was way early. Way early for Zeke.
I wouldn't even have drafted.
I mean, I have Ramondre, and
you didn't even
I
care about
didn't
cuffing him with it. No,
I didn't
Zeke is
consider
washed.
taking
Zeke is
Zeke.
washed, I
And
think.
I'm a Zeke fan, but
Yeah, I'm a Zeke fan. I'm an old Zeke, like previous Zeke, but
The Pats have been 25 and 26 without Brady. I mean, it's tough to.
Johnny, that was the worst GIF.
I'm just
that's not
saying.
making the. I'm not even watching that as a GIF.
Do you know what they were with Brady? 249 and 75.
Yeah.
So that's
well, he's the
so my
greatest
point.
ever.
I know, but my
He's
point.
the
My
GOAT
point
by far,
is.
and
I tried to make
that
me
conversation-
sad.
No, my
He's the
point
GOAT.
is, you guys don't have him anymore. Not a bad idea to pick the backup running back of the team, even though you know.
I just think he's washed. I think the best he's going to do is vulture a couple from Ramondre, but even if Ramondre goes down, I think they're in trouble. But they cut everyone else. It's only Ramondre and Zeke.
They did.
They have one quarterback and two running backs, and Bill Belichick is off his rocker. He needs to go to fucking Martha's Vineyard or Nantucket, wherever he goes, and just fish.
the greatest of all time is
Him and Parcells
showing signs of aging.
loony bin there.
You guys are starting to deviate
Well,
from
regardless, I think that's early for Zeke. But you never know. You never know. All right, let's go down, and then Myles Garrett, Derwin James, great. Garrett, Okereke, which I always want to call Okereke because I think it sounds way better. Trayvon Diggs, they just paid the shit out of him. Kendrick, so
I like
his-
Teddy's D a
his
lot.
Teddy's D is sweet. Mooney, I think that's good value there because Fields. I mean, you don't know what he's going to do. He's shined a couple times. Dallas D, Jordan Love.
Could be a great pick.
Yeah, as your backup, you got Mahomes, so you only need him for 1 week.
Yeah,
as long
1
as
week.
Patrick doesn't get hurt, and Jordan Love is solid for that. And Gesicki, I don't think is even on his team anymore.
Overall, great draft from Ted.
I think a really good
I like
draft.
his draft. I would only just maybe the Zeke.
Yeah, I like the first four a lot.
Oh my god.
Love those. You know,
Lazard and
love
Zeke.
Waller
Lazard and
there
Zeke are the only
too.
two that I might be a little sketchball on, but you
Yeah,
never know.
but I think he's contending for a playoff spot for sure.
He always does.
Of course.
Always does. Teddy is a beast.
All right, last one.
right.
Our boy and
Low
Cherry, the virgin.
I spit in the face of people who don't want to be cool. You know what cool is? You're looking at it.
So, newest member of the league.
Who I think did a great job as his first.
Jimmy, I think you should
Yeah, why
tell
don't you do this
everyone how this came to be. Like, he wasn't
Yeah.
even expecting this.
No, he was
Okay.
coming. He was coming. He joined the keeper. He came to fucking tell him why.
You were
We
like
forged it.
literally about to tell the story.
Well,
Maybe
I want-
you should tell
No,
the story.
you do it. I don't want to. I don't want to shit all over my mini me, but I was just setting it up, saying that he came to just watch our draft for the keeper that we forced him
You're pretty
into.
much just telling the story, Chuck. Just
No.
tell it.
No, I'm only doing the preamble. This is the preamble. Now, why did we force him into it?
This is the longest preamble.
Why did we force Carlos into?
Yeah, why?
Because could not get a hold of Dwyer, and that was it. So
I guess I just
Carlos
told the
was
whole
there. So you pretty much told the story,
All
man.
right, shut up, Jimmy. Let me tell you. The SS Ghost Ship Dwyer sank to the fucking bottom, and then we couldn't find him. We took our Ocean Gate fucking phones out and fucking no reply. Ocean Gated. He's the 13th team. He's Team Ocean Gate. He fucking imploded. I don't know what's going on with him. We haven't heard from my mini-me, and he's booted. We gave him every chance. You called him, I called him.
We did.
You texted him, I texted him.
We did.
Heard nothing. He's done. So,
Yeah.
I told the story.
Yeah, so
There you
Carlos shows up at the draft, and he's supposed to be checking out a live draft, to get ready for our draft in the Keeper League the next day. He was not expecting at all. Like, he had no research done, no
Michael
nothing.
Lordham.
And then
You guys, Michael Lord.
he's
Lordham.
greeted with...
Blindsided him, yeah.
Yeah, totally blindsided, and
There'll be a lawsuit like
Carlos,
20 years
you're in
ago.
the league,
We're like that
basically.
family that said we were going to there to like take care of him, but really,
My question is, did he do better in the Keeper League or this league?
I think he did well in both.
I will let you and Kev go through Carlos.
I think he did a great job. I mean,
I think he did a
he's a freshman
phenomenal
cheerleader that
job.
showed up at the party, and all of a sudden, the
One of
fucking
you guys
senior quarterback is on top
announce
of
him
him.
off and leave
he's
him
like,
down.
Is that what we missed after the draft?
Well, so let me start with his first rounder.
Go ahead.
Carlos takes Josh Jacobs out of the gate, who at the time that he picked him was a dubious pick given Josh Jacobs' status. But like 45 minutes later,
still in
during the draft, we get an update from Adam Schefter saying that Jacobs has reached an agreement
signed
with
and happy.
the Raiders, and he
That's
will
crazy.
be there.
And
So
his sketchy pick becomes beautiful.
yeah, we're like right out of the gate, and that kind of foreshadowed what was to come
But-
for
but-
Losi.
But had
During
he
draft day.
had he been a seasoned fantasy football player, he
Had
probably
it been Dwyer,
he
that would have
probably-
been Mac Jones.
Well, but even if one of us didn't, there's 11 people that did not pick him. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right, so
Yeah, because he was wishy-washy.
yeah, but
Yeah.
we know that. Did Carlos know that? No, he
No,
just
but
probably
he's
picked
just got
him.
great
No.
intuition.
Yeah,
round 2 gets Stephon Diggs.
That's beautiful.
That was
Very good
Good
pick.
back to back. Good back to back.
Yeah, I love Debo in the 3rd. I thought that was pretty good value, I mean,
Yeah,
for
still
what's
Debo.
around there. Yeah,
Still
still Debo on a great offense. I love Devontae Smith this year.
In the 4th.
In the 4th, his numbers were not much less than A.J. Brown's last year.
I'll take one.
So I think a great pick, Devontae Smith there. You got Javonte Williams in the 5th, who, I mean, Javonte, before he got injured last year, looked incredible. One of
And
the
he's
toughest guys to tackle in
And I
the
think
league.
he's back.
And he's starting week 1.
Yeah.
So that looks really good. And I love his next 2 picks. Rashad White, who's clearly the number 1 in Tampa. And then A.J. Dillon, who has standalone value in Green Bay.
Look at
And
the
if
depth
Aaron-
this cherry built. Look at the depth he built, this cherry.
Wait,
I
fair
mean, yeah.
move?
I
Wait,
mean,
wait.
he
We
has
are
great
Penn State.
depth.
Fair move.
3 running backs and 3 wide receivers in the four running backs, 3 wide receivers in the first 7 rounds. And I mean, great depth. AJ Dillon, if Aaron Jones goes down, that could be a league winner.
Yeah, exactly.
What Carlos did that most seasoned fantasy football players have trouble doing is he navigated the turn very well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He
true.
And he didn't
navigated that
reach. None of
turn
these are reaches.
very
They're all
well.
values.
Good point, Johnny.
Every turn, it was like boom, boom. Oh, that was a smart pick. You know,
And it just keeps getting smarter. It keeps going down.
And he really did it all on his own.
Yeah.
Like, he was researching as he went, like, considering what he was thrown into. Like, I mean, phenomenal job.
Then he gets his homer Fryermuth.
Yup, got a homer.
Who's
We
his
are
fucking
Penn
Kirkland
State.
brand fucking Kittle. Like old school Kittle.
Yeah, who looked really solid last year, and now his second year.
Who is what his nickname at Penn State was, right? Baby Gronk.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And he hated that nickname, but because he was his favorite player.
And then he waited on QB, which I think is a very wise move this year. Talking about the depth at QB. Got Deshaun Watson, who I thought was best available
I think so too.
at the time, and he has a lot of upside.
Yeah. Could go either way. I mean, could go either way, but it could be to the moon.
I totally agree. And then his next pick,
Maybe his best pick.
probably, I was about to say that, probably his best pick, because he got Javante's handcuff in Denver.
Samaje Perine, who's a great player.
I mean, awesome pick. Claypool, now in Chicago, no longer a homer pick for him.
Fields makes the
But,
turn.
you know, Claypool is a special athlete.
Yeah.
Has some good upside, you know. And then another great
this
pick.
great pick right here. When you're taking that little bit of, there's that little wishy-washy part of Deshaun Watson, and you take Kirk Cousins, who could, I mean, no one throws more than the fucking Vikings.
Right.
And no one has a better goddamn.
So back to like Danny's Tannehill and Russell Wilson, I would have rather had Cousins over either of those guys personally.
Agree.
And you got Deshaun with the ceiling, and you got Cousins with the floor. It's like veteran shit.
Yeah,
from a fucking cherry.
Yeah, it's phenomenal. Like his draft really couldn't have been much better. And like Johnny said too, he was on the end, which makes it even tougher. But like, I mean, wow, an amazing
I like this
draft.
next team. I like this next pick too.
Mosley.
With fucking Deshaun Watson, he gets Elijah Moore.
Oh yeah, love that pick. You know, and I like C.J. Mosley too. You know,
Elijah Moore that late is a good pick.
Oh, that's a great pick. Had over 1,000 yards with the Jets, and now now he's got
and
Deshaun
he's got him stacked with Deshaun. If he
Great pick.
And he got the homer Pittsburgh D.
Pittsburgh D. Nasty.
Somehow over J-Bone. I'm not sure how that happened.
Yeah.
But
late Judah.
Chris Jones, who's got contractitis, but he's already dumped him and picked someone else up.
Yeah, and he already dumped Von Miller
So he's
as well.
making moves. He dumped his next two. They realized that there's an awesome defense. That's the one thing in drafts, especially a 12-team draft with this IDP. You go to the fucking waiver wire, and there are fucking awesome shit out there still.
Yeah.
And he,
especially in
moved.
12,
he didn't just settle in on it. He fucking went out and made the move. So those guys are gone. Judon, I love, one of my favorite players in the league.
Yeah, I mean,
he could have 15 sacks, easy.
Carlos did awesome, and I think we may have created a monster here.
Well,
like,
he's no fucking Dwyer. He's no Dwyer.
Yeah, we're not going to have problems with
that
him.
Is Dwyer on the turn? Dwyer on the turn there. It'd be fucking Mac Jones and Devontae Parker in the first 2 rounds.
Oh my god.
We'd all been fucking creaming our jeans or panties if whatever you're wearing. Whatever you're wearing at the time.
Your lacy ruffles.
Yes.
But anyway, I did say this to Carlos the day of the draft, like all of our teams would have been that much better if Dwyer was drafting because
I still love you, Mini-Me, if you're listening, but the ghost ship didn't work, and then the no call, no show didn't work. So we're super happy to have fucking Los in the league, and what a job he did. I mean,
he did great. I mean, he has an awesome team.
Yeah, I think his team is awesome.
I do too. I mean, I think he's like a top 4 team easily.
And this is a team that could potentially, he could be his first year and he could win the fucking thing.
Yeah, there is definitely this team has.
And I would be happier for anyone
that
I'm rooting for him.
Especially the way he was thrown to the dogs, like with
not expecting
preamble.
He came there as Jaffo.
Yeah.
Just another fucking observer, and he was there to fucking learn, and instead he learned on the job and fucking
think about that one all day.
All day.
But yeah,
you saw Blue Thunder?
No.
Blue Thunder with Roy Scheider, the helicopter movie?
Hey, thanks for that.
Hey, Jaffo, how's it going?
What is this Jaffo shit, though?
Look up.
What's Jaffo?
Look down. Look left. Look right. I said, don't worry
What is
about it.
Jaffo?
Adios.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I forgot to tell you. I found out what Jaffo is. Just another fucking observer, huh?
I
I
suggest,
know who
I
Roy
suggest you all
Schneider
watch
is.
it.
I know who he is.
Jaffa.
He's the
Jaffa. He
chief.
called him Jaffa for half the movie. It's like,
Roy Schneider's the chief.
yeah.
Yeah.
And the Jaffa was the dude that's in his name, but halfway through the movie, he's like, I gotta know what the fuck does Jaffa mean? It's like, just another fucking observer.
Nice.
But I'm looking forward to hearing Carlos on the podcast
Yeah,
with
we-
you
now
guys
we
too.
Yeah, we
Well,
can-
now
now
we
we can
can
be on these.
We can get Los down here watching these games. I mean,
He's
it's
on.
fucking great. I'm so psyched to have my boy in town. I love that guy, my brother.
No doubt, and yeah, can't
we
wait
killed
to take in some red zone action with him now that he's in 2 leagues all of a sudden.
He was in none on Thursday. Even Friday, he was in 1, and now he's in 2.
Definitely excited about it. R.I.P. Dwyer. Sorry, buddy.
Wah, wah, wah.
Just to the league.
Let us know when you move back up here.
Do we want to say anything else about Los's team before we
No,
move
I
on?
think we said it all.
All
We
right.
gave him effusive praise.
Okay.
Effusive, nice kid.
One too many.
Good enough. All right. So,
Alright, so that's the roster bait.
roster bait is complete. Thank you, everyone, for
And no one's still listening.
Yeah. It did get lengthy.
Yeah, it'll get chopped down.
Well,
What he'll do is
yeah.
editing.
Yeah.
thank you, everyone, for joining us for the first episode. We will see you for week 1.
Yeah.
Peace out. Bye.
Bye.